Let's begin just by laying back. Closing the eyes. And beginning to follow the breath. Now let's begin to deepen our breathing. Inhale to the belly, ribs, and upper chest. And exhale as you reverse this. Continue to breathe in that way, but now add a soft hissing sound at the back of your throat like you're fogging a mirror, both on the inhale as well as the exhale. Let's keep this technique going, both breathing techniques, but bring the legs in and begin to warm up our hips and our back a little bit with just some easy movement, simple movement. Good. So let's do a little bit of core work here. We'll interlace the fingers back behind the head. So we're supporting the head with our hands. We inhale the legs straight up toward the ceiling. And on an exhale, we just lower the legs toward the ground. And just before they touch, bend the knees, inhale, in and then back up. And again, exhale, lower the legs toward the ground. Now, if you'd like to work harder, then lift the legs back up straight. But notice that I'm not moving very quickly, either up or down. So use the full breath to express the movement in whatever direction you're moving in. Most people try and lift the legs very quickly to use momentum and escape engaging the muscles. But the whole point of the exercise is to use the muscles. So it's a little bit at cross purposes when we decide we're going to do an exercise to strengthen, but then find ways of kind of cheating the exercise. And a lot of times this is because people want to reach a certain number, but we're not counting. Let's not count. We're just moving up and down. And what we want to feel is some fatigue in the muscles. So that's going to happen at a different point for everybody. In an ideal world, we would do enough, so each person felt that fatigue. It's like a burning sensation or a shaking in the muscles. Okay, so everyone's going to reach that point at a different point. And it doesn't matter what number you're doing. It just matters that you feel that. So I'm getting to feel that now. So with our next exhale, let's lower the legs just 1/3 of the way, and we'll take a breath. And then we lower the legs again 1/3 of the way, and we take a breath. And then we hover just above the ground, and we take a breath. Good. Inhale the legs up. And exhale up to seated.
Let's come forward into a tabletop position on hands and knees. And here we can warm up the neck by rolling it in both directions. We can warm up the shoulders by shrugging them. The spine by moving it back and forth. And the hips by dropping them from side to side. And you can combine these movements. You can repeat them as many times as you like. These both help your body prepare for more vigorous movement, and it also allows you to get an assessment of how your body is feeling. From there, we'll tuck the toes and come into the down dog. Here you can roll the toes, pedal the feet, circle the ankles, and even kick the legs in the air to wake up and loosen up everything. And when you're done, come into your full expression of down dog with the hands shoulder width, fingers wide, palms flat, chest drawing toward the toes, feet hip distance, heels reaching toward the ground. With an exhale, let's walk our feet to the hands, coming into the rag doll. You can grab the opposite elbow, and this will create a stretch somewhere on the back side of your body. And again, you can add a little bit of movement to enhance the effect and to redirect where you feel the stretch. With the arms relaxed, let's inhale and roll up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, here we have the feet either touching or hip distance, with the inside edges of the feet parallel, pressing down through all four corners of the feet, creating a nice stable base. Then we'll take the pelvic floor muscles, engaging them, creating what in yoga is called Mula Bandha, or root lock. Ideally, we hold that engagement throughout the practice until we get to Shavasana. With our next inhalation, let's draw the arms up, touch palms, and lift the heart, coming into standing back bend, creating a nice even stretch that goes from the pubic bone through the chin. And we'll take several breaths into this space. With an exhale, let's come forward and down, placing the palms flat, bending the knees if necessary, and letting the neck relax. With the inhale, come to your fingertips or take hands to your shins as you lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot and then left foot to the top of a push-up, plank pose. In plank, we'll have the shoulders, hips, and heels in one straight line with the wrists directly below the shoulders. We're going to do a push-up in a moment, and if push-ups are difficult, simply drop your knees. Let's take a deep breath in and gradually lower down about halfway. And then as you inhale, coming into an up dog, a back bend with your knees off the ground. The legs are active, arms are straight. With an exhale, pull both feet in, bend the arms, and do a push-up on your way back to downward facing dog. So this sequence is a sun salutation A. We'll do a few more rounds. Inhale to half lift at the front edge of the mat. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, standing back bend, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot and then right foot to the top of your push-up. Inhale, fill the lungs there. And exhale down halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, push up back to down dog. One more round. Inhale, half lift, front edge of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, jump, float to the bottom of push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push up to down dog. Okay, we'll now add a couple of asanas to create Sun B. Inhale, half lift, front edge of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Make sure you feel the thighs working in this posture. Try and keep your face relaxed, face and jaw. And breathe slow and deep. Let's take a deep breath and exhale into forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push up to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, drop your left heel and raise your arms for warrior one. Make sure the front foot and knee are pointing straight ahead. The back foot is firmly planted. And the arms are straight up and back, framing your ears. Take a deep breath and exhale to the bottom of a push-up, low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push up to down dog. Inhale, left foot, warrior one. Take a nice deep breath and exhale to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Okay, just like we did with Sun A, we'll now do a few rounds of Sun B. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot, warrior one. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left foot, warrior. Exhale, bottom of the push-up.
Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. All right, one more round. Let's inhale to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push up to down dog. Inhale, right foot, warrior. Exhale, bottom of the push-up, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot, warrior. Exhale, bottom of your push-up, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, great job. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warmed up at this point. Let's bring our feet to a touch. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Drop the left knee and raise your arms up and back for Vinyasa. Just like Warrior One, we have the foot directly under the knee. Main difference is the left heel's on the ground, and you should feel a powerful stretch to the front of your left hip. The next exhale, let's bring the hands down. You can use 2 blocks if you need them. And shift our hips just directly over the knee, no further back or forward than that. If this front leg is not straight, then go ahead and straighten it out, flexing the foot, pointing the toes and knee straight up. Fold over that leg. You should feel a stretch here in the back of the thigh, okay? This is called Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey pose, and it is a hamstring stretch. Now, we'll do something called dynamic stretching to try and deepen the hamstring stretch, if possible, by moving back and forth between these 2 postures. In yoga, this is called a Vinyasa. So, we inhale, we rock forward. You can raise the arms up if you like, and then exhale, come back, and see if your body lets you go just a little bit deeper into that stretch. Let's repeat that 4 more times. Inhale up, and exhale, stretch the hamstrings. That's 2. That's 3. 4. And 5. Now we'll refine it, we'll hold it. So maybe you can bring your forehead all the way to your knee, or you can take a full split here. What's important is that you feel the stretch in the back of the straight leg. Okay, let's inhale back to Vinyasa, and then exhale to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale to our up dog, and exhale back to down dog. Side 2, feet touch, inhale left leg up and back, exhale lunge, drop the back knee, 5 breaths here.
Deep breath, and then exhale into your half monkey pose. We're just coming into it for a moment, making sure we get the hamstrings stretched. You might need to adjust a little bit. And then we'll repeat the movement. So inhale up and exhale back. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Hold for 5 breaths. Okay, let's inhale back to Anjaneyasana and exhale to the bottom of a push-up. Okay, so that first set was about opening up the hamstrings. Now let's look at the adductors. Bringing feet to touch, inhale right leg up and back, exhale lunge, and inhale up to the warrior 2. Front foot and knee pointing straight ahead, front foot intersecting the back foot at the heel of the arch, shoulders directly over the hips, and arms parallel with the ground. Good. From here, we'll transition to a pose called Skandasana. So inhale the arms up, and then exhale down into this position here. The key with Skandasana is feeling a stretch in this area. Okay, so you might have to play around with your foot and torso position, but you should be able to find at least some stretch there. Now, again, what we'd like to do is repeat the movement and hopefully deepen that stretch. The body generally will adapt to movements that you're doing over and over. It will try and get better at them. So that's why we're taking advantage of that. So as we inhale, let's come back up to our warrior 2. As we exhale, come back into Skandasana. Okay, that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we'll hold Skandasana and you can refine it, which means you can potentially deepen it or make it more of what you're looking for. So I'll probably come down a bit. You can play around with the foot position. And again, we want that right in here, the groin or adductors. Okay, so we inhale, let's come back up to our warrior 2. And as we exhale, cartwheel down to the bottom of the push-up. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, side 2. So here we are, feet touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And then inhale up to warrior 2. All right, inhale up and exhale down into Skandasana. Let's just make sure we feel that stretch. It feels safe for us. Some may not need to come this low. So if you lack flexibility, this might feel too intense, which is fine. Just make sure you feel the stretch, okay? Let's repeat this 5 times. So we inhale up and exhale down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Let's hold for 5 breaths. Okay, inhale back, warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel down, bottom of the push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, this next set is designed to strengthen the back and the legs. So feet touch, inhale right leg up and back, exhale lunge, and then inhale up to warrior 1. Exhale your arms out like wings, join the index finger and the thumb, and then come forward onto the front leg, pull the back heel toward your buttocks, foot flexed, and have your head, neck, and chest facing forward. Try not to lose your balance like I am. And this is called bird pose or Vinyasa, okay? So this is strengthening our leg. It's working our inner ear. And if you're doing it properly, it's also strengthening your back and your glutes. Now, let's see if we can work the leg a little more. So as we exhale, we will bend that knee, coming down slowly, and then we will inhale, coming back up slowly. Good, 4 more times. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale down and hold. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come back up, and exhale to the bottom of your push-up, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, push up to down dog. Okay, side 2. Feet touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And inhale to warrior 1. And then exhale to bird pose. 5 breaths here. Now, the next exhale, we bend the knee, coming down as low as we can with control, slow. And then inhale, coming back up. Good. It's 1, 4 more times. Good. Exhale down and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the leg, and exhale to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push up back to down dog. All right. Last standing set. Let's bring our feet to touch. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale to a warrior 1. And with the next inhale, straighten the front knee, square your hips, and bring the left hand to the ground or block and the right arm into the air. So this is called a rotated triangle pose, okay? And what we'll do is, again, we'll flow between those two positions. So as we inhale, we lift up to a warrior 1. It might not be a perfect warrior, that's fine. And as we exhale, we come back into our rotated triangle. And again, it may not be perfect, and that's okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here, let's shift weight onto our front foot. Let's plant the left hand firmly to the ground and raise our arm up into rotated balancing half moon for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a deep breath. Exhale to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, push up to down dog. Great job. Okay, side 2. Feet touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale to warrior 1. And then exhale to a rotated balancing half moon. Sorry, I got my feet wrong. Left leg, okay? Left leg forward. Okay, so from here, I want to see if we can take things a little bit deeper. So we inhale back to our warrior 1. And we exhale into our rotated half moon. Good. This is 2. 3. 4. And 5. From there, we transition into rotated balancing half moon. 5 breaths. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale to your upward dog. Exhale, push up back to down dog. Okay. So let's go ahead and come down for a moment, and I'll show you the 3 options we have for our peak posture. Okay. Now, the way I try and do this is the first option is hopefully accessible to everybody. Unless you have an injury or something special going on, then this should be something you can do. The second option will be a little bit harder. It will require more strength, more balance, maybe even more flexibility. The final option is our peak posture, the one that we've actually been trying to open up the body for in certain of our sets that we did earlier. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 options. The first option is just a forearm plank. So this is a plank where you're up on the forearms like so. All right, notice my hips are not way up here like this. This is easier than this. Okay, notice I'm also not sagging. The other thing I'll mention is if this is too much for you to hold for 5 breaths, drop your knees. Okay, the shoulders are engaged and our core is engaged. So hopefully you don't have to drop the knees, but if you do, that's fine. You can start there and hopefully over time you build up this strength. Now, 5 breaths when done in the yogic style with the slow deep breathing, it should be around 20 to 30 seconds. So if you want, you can actually time yourself. 30 seconds would be better. Okay, so really slow deep breathing, not quick, fast, hyperventilating breaths. Okay, so slow that breath down. Second option is crow pose, Bakasana. All right, now there are a few ways you can approach this. If you can do the full pose, great. You would bring your hands to the ground, shoulder width, spread the fingers wide, bend your elbows deeply, creating a shelf, and then place your legs on the back of the shelf, and you would look up and lift both feet at the same time. Okay, and that is called Bakasana Crow. But some people, some of you, might feel that the first option was a little too easy, the forearm plank, and that crow is just a little bit too hard. So in that case, what I recommend you do is come into position like you're going to do crow pose, but lift one leg and maybe take 3 breaths there. Put that leg down, lift the other leg and take 3 breaths there. Okay, so you're beginning to build some strength and confidence in crow pose. All right. The final option is our peak posture, Ekapada Kondyanasana, first variation. And as I mentioned earlier, this requires quite a bit of flexibility in the front leg and actually quite a bit of back strength, glute strength, back strength, shoulder stability. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you, and then if you feel like you can do it, you can give it a shot. Now this one's asymmetrical, so actually to make things fair, you're going to do the forearm plank twice, 5 breaths each time. If you're doing crow pose, do it twice, 5 breaths each time. Or you can lift one leg for 5 breaths and then lift the other leg for 5 breaths, okay? All right, here's the pose. From a down dog, we bring the right leg forward and lift the left leg up. So hopefully you can see that. Only my hands were touching the ground. All right, I'll do it one more time. Bring that leg forward, lift the back leg up. Okay, both legs are meant to be straight. So go ahead, take some time. So again, I said if we're doing it properly, 5 breaths is about 30 seconds. So for the next minute or so, take some time, see if you can do something that is challenging, but feels like it's within reach or almost within reach. You might find that you can do the peak posture, but you can't hold it for 5 breaths. That's fine. That's what the practice is for. That's what we're working up toward. We're trying to build that strength, build that confidence. Okay? So again, take your time, breathe deeply, set yourself up for success, Don't be afraid to try something out of your comfort zone, but be mindful you're not too far out, okay? Because then you don't tend to learn anything. We tend to learn when something is just a little bit outside of what we can already do or know. Now, when you're done, come onto your belly in crocodile pose, resting the right hand over the left hand and the forehead on the back of your hands. Okay, let's do a back bend. This one is not a particularly deep back bend, but it's great for strengthening the muscles in your back. Back bends generally do one of two things: stretches your spine or strengthens your back. So this one strengthens your back. Arms out at the sides, palms down, mouth, chin, or forehead on the mat. Inhale, lift everything you can lift. Shalabhasana. Okay, take a deep breath and exhale down, crocodile. When you're ready, press back into the counter stretch, child pose for 5 breaths. Okay, from there, let's do a side stretch. So just extend the arms out in front of you in child. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, walk your hands to the left. Keep going until you feel a stretch in your right waist and ribs. So inhale back to center, we exhale off to the other side. Let's inhale back to center, take a breath there, and then we'll come up to seated. Now, let's make sure we're in the front half of the mat, and you can sit on your heels, between your heels, or on a block. Your toes can point back or out to the sides. Your knees can be together or apart, okay? The first thing you want to do is make sure your knees, your feet, and ankles all feel safe. The second thing you want to do is check and see if you feel a stretch in the front of your thighs. If you do, please just stay seated. If you do not, however, you can begin to lower back, and you keep going until you feel the stretch or some compression in your back, one, the other, or maybe a little bit of both. If you get all the way back, you might feel a stretch all along the front side of your body. All right, with an inhale, we gradually make our way back up. And from there, we exhale into a tabletop, and we do 5 rounds of cat-cow. Good. Coming back to neutral, we'll cross those ankles, sit back, rolling over them, and bring our legs out in front of us. Okay, from here, let's bring the right foot in, cross it over the left leg, and bring our left foot towards the right hip. Ground through the sits bones, sitting nice and tall. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale that hand behind you. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the elbow over the knee. Look back over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale. Let's come on back to center. And exhale as we extend the legs. Let's bring the left foot in, cross it over the right thigh. Bring our right foot towards the left hip. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale it behind. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale it over the knee. Inhale back to center and exhale as you extend those legs. Okay, the legs are together and straight, the feet are flexed. Your spine should be straight. If you find this is happening to you, then bend your knees. Okay, you'll get the same effect, trust me. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, either grab the big toes or the outside edges of the feet. Again, if you cannot reach them, bend your knees. Gently pull yourself forward and down. Arms with the ears. Inhale, come on up. Exhale those hands behind you, fingers pointing forward, toes pointing forward. Inhale, lift the hips, drop the chin, Purvottanasana. Good. Exhale, the hips come down. And from here, let's come to a cross-leg position. The right foot is in front of the left knee, and the left foot is under the right knee. This is called Sukhasana. This is perfectly fine. However, if you'd like to go a little deeper, then you bring the right foot on top of the left knee. The shins are stacked. We want to feel a stretch here, so we'll come forward and down. Inhale the arms up and exhale into Agni Stambhasana, fire log pose. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, let the arms relax. And switch legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, arms relax. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Cobbler's pose. Drop the knees. Open the feet with your hands. Take a deep breath. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Imagine you're trying to get the crown of the head into the arches of your feet. All right, inhale, come on up. And exhale, extend the legs and the arms as you roll back onto your back. Once you get there, draw the legs in. Wrap the forearms over your shins. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Then let's grab the soles of the feet for happy baby. Give yourself one last stretch, free form, so whatever you feel like you're really needing, try and give it to yourself. And then when you're done, unwind onto your back, heels apart, palms up, head centered, chin tucked in slightly, eyes closed.